Hello, Kumar.
Hey, Mark.
How are you?
I'm good. You got me on the radio system.
That's all right, mate. That's all right. How's your health? You getting over the flu?
Oh, yeah, just got even better, so
Awesome.
strong fit and healthy now. Hey, I'm just giving you an update on the case.
Yeah, mate.
Just to let you know, I've spoken to Paul and I've spoken to Stephen.
Yeah.
And I've let them know that the file, I've completed my investigation. The file will now be going to two separate places because of two suspects. One is in the Northland area and one is in the Wellington area.
Yeah.
So it's two separate files.
Sure, two separate sections.
Yeah. So looking at all the evidence that you provided from the guys that you named as number 1, 2, and 3, we say definitely number 1 and 2 can be interviewed regarding these incidents. So it's been
like number 1.
So that'll be
more common willful damage, isn't it? But I think number 2 was the one that just kept trying to walk through me, so it's just more common assault.
That one we've got as intimidation threats.
Oh, yes. Yep, well, that was happening.
Yeah, so that's my recommendation that I've sent through as an investigator. So it's gone to the areas. Northland will be getting one of those files. So what happens now, and just to explain the procedure, we send it for an assessment of the North area and we send it for an assessment. The other file assessment in Wellington.
Is that to the police prosecutors?
No, it goes to a section that assesses the file. They send it to an officer in charge in that area,
sure.
The relevant officer. As soon as that officer in charge gets my file, he'll have a read through the whole thing. And my recommendation, he interviews the suspect in his area for that offense, and he'll get a statement from that guy, and then he can make a charging decision. Now, I don't know how long it's going to take to get.
All right, mate, I understand. Time in the COVID thing makes things a bit slower.
Yeah. So I don't know how long it's going to take for an officer to get it because it has to go through assessment phase first before an officer in charge gets the file to both areas. And as I suggested with your colleagues, to give it at least a week when you can phone in to get an update. And you can, when you phone our call center on the non-emergency number, the 105 non-emergency number, they will record any interaction that you're requesting an update. And if they do have an officer in charge already assigned to the case, then they'll give him that information where he can liaise directly with you. If it hasn't yet been assigned, it may take a little while more.
What are the likelihoods that you would need Benelli and Paul and Steve to actually be a witness and testify if that goes through? Or?
No, your statements are there already, so I'll put everything on the file.
How can I get a copy of my statement? I actually asked, I think her name was Robin who took my statement. I asked her at the time and she said I'd have to do an OIA or a RFI form from you guys, but how will I get a copy of the statement I made?
Okay, I will make inquiries and I'll get back to you on that one.
Cool, I'm just curious, just for my own records.
Yeah, because everything for now is electronic.
Sure.
So everything was just on the system, we haven't printed it out. So everything I've just kept it electronic and sent the files to electronically to those areas. When they get it and they interview the guys, they make it into a paper file and then they'll contact you and say, right now we're making a hard copy, and if there's any more requests from you guys, then they'll contact you. Awesome. Or if you contact them prior to that, then they can tell you exactly what they require from you. But our part as investigators here, or me as an investigator, my part in the file is putting everything together, all the information you have provided onto that file and sending it through to the relevant stations, which I've done.
Cool. Do you reckon the likelihood that they'll end up getting convicted for it? I mean, with the footage that's provided?
I can't give you any guarantees. I don't have
this is a personal opinion, and I know you're not supposed to even do that, but with what you've seen on the footage, is that agreeable that it's common assault at least? I mean, the intimidation I agree with.
See, my recommendation is there's enough to say there's offences against two offenders, and that's my recommendation for them to be interviewed regarding those offences. And then it depends on the officers in charge and the prosecution department whether to go forward towards prosecution or not.
Sure, I understand that.
But you can ask them that when they contact you.
Good as gold, Kumar. Thank you very,
Okay.
very much for the update. I really much appreciate it, and I hope your health stays well, mate.
Yeah, and I've got your email address. I've been requested from Paul to send him an email regarding the update and the case number. So I'll send an email and I'll CC you and Stephen on it, so you've got that.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you very, very much.
No worries. You take care.
You too, mate. Have a good day.
Cheers, then.
See ya.
Bye.
Let me get my furry balls out of your face. Right, so that was the first part of Kumar's call to me, and as you heard, I asked him for a copy of the statement I made. Anything you make with your details on it, you're entitled to a copy. And of course, Kumar just went away and asked. Now, Robin, the lady that took my statement, said I had to do an Official Information Act request, I had to do an RFI form possibly to see if I could get a copy of it. So clearly they're not used to people actually doing their due diligence and actually keeping records of their own shit. But yeah, he rings me back shortly afterwards, and here it is.
Kumar, it's been too long.
Hey, Mark. Yeah, man. I've been missing you. Hey, I will send you a copy of the statement you provided with the police on your email. Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine. That's excellent, in fact. Thank you.
No worries. I just thought I'd let you know. So that'll be coming through. Give me about half an hour or so, and I'll get on that.
Mate, I'm out at the moment anyway, so I'll check the emails when it comes.
No worries. Cheers, then.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Take care. Yeah, bye.
Okay, so top notch is all I can say. As you can imagine, I don't strike many police officers that are very professional, forthcoming with information and helpful, or return my calls, or even give me updates without prompting. Kumar Govender has got to be one of those rare gems, and I am totally impressed with how nice, genuine and informative he was, letting me know all the stage of what's going on, what to expect and the rest of it. You know, so damn my furry balls. So at the end of the day, well done, Kumar. I'm very impressed. Jenny Maycroft's political staffer looks like he's going to be getting an interview. And as for Jacob Tobin, the man who can't cross the street quite well by himself, well, I'm sure he'll be getting an interview too up in Northland. So that's where we stand. Now, again, I'm not going to interfere, I'm just going to let things go as they may. People might say, well, posting this sort of information up doesn't help their court case. Well, as far as media and postings are concerned, the general rules are that you cannot post anything in relation to a matter while it's being heard before a court. So in other words, from the first court hearing when the pleas entered to the conclusion of the matter where the sentencing's been done or whatever, the end of it, there's not allowed to be, you know, broadcasting about any specifics of the matter. However, prior or after, you can. Alright? Again, thank you everybody for your support. I'm still trying to drill up funds to get down there and cover what's going to be happening around election time down in Wellington. There's still going to be national protests in quite a few cities nationwide around the same time to deal with the same issues. So, like I said, there's a groundswell and it's getting more and more. Haven't heard anything from New Zealand First. None of them, they never responded to any of my questions, any of my requesting comments or anything from them. They've just gone completely ignorant, as I'd expect. I've got a few other articles that are going to be coming up, releasing a little bit more bombshell info, but you know, I'm done letting these bastards hide under the shadows of their title or anonymity. You just as anyone else, and under the blindfold of Lady Justice, you are all equal, and that's what I'm holding you to. So, until then, guys, again, thanks very much, Kumar, for the update. I totally appreciate it. Top notch, very professional, and we'll catch up with you. And just to confirm, yes, Steve and Paul did in fact get the emails just as I did, like he said. So again, he follows through, and I got a copy of my statement to boot. See you later, guys. Bye now.